It's common for B2B teams to treat lead generation as a volume problem. More outreach, more ads, more content. But pipeline rarely breaks because there aren't enough leads. It breaks because you reached the wrong buyers or reached them too late. B2B lead generation is identifying and attracting buyers that are likely to purchase. But B2B is structurally different from consumer selling. You're rarely dealing with one decision maker. The average buying committee spans finance and IT and operations and the end user. Budgets are larger, scrutiny is higher, and cycles are longer. That's why consumer marketing tactics often fail here, and why showing up at the right moment matters more than showing up more often. And here's what most teams miss. Today's B2B buyers don't wait for your marketing to find them. They move through search, AI tools, review sites, and peer recommendations before contacting any vendor. By the time someone fills in your form, they've often already had a preference. Research from Forrester, cited by Digital Commerce 360, suggests a large majority of buyers start with at least one vendor already in mind. If you're only optimizing for lead capture, you're competing after the shortlist was already formed. The real lever is showing up earlier, in the places your buyer goes to do the research, answering questions they're already asking. That shifts conversion, volume doesn't. So the practical framework is to have two channels, one inbound and one outbound. Inbound means your buyer finds you while they're already researching. This could be things like SEO content answering questions they're typing into Google, a LinkedIn presence that surfaces through peer sharing, or structured content cited by AI tools during vendor research. The key here is choosing the channel where your specific buyer actually goes, not the one easiest for you to run. Outbound means researching buyers before a preference forms in their mind. Things like cold email and LinkedIn outreach still work, but only when they lead with relevance. A message that speaks to a buyer's current challenge will always outperform a generic sequence set to a large list. So pick one inbound and one outbound channel based on how your buyer researches, and get those two working before you add anything else. But there's a few caveats. Inbound takes time. SEO and content don't start producing leads in week one. So if you need pipeline now, inbound alone won't solve it. Outbound can move faster, but the most common mistake is scaling volume before qualifying properly. Unqualified leads waste your sales team's time and effort and distort your data. And attribution is also genuinely hard. A significant portion of B2B buying conversations happen in private channels like Slack and telephone calls, where no tracking tool reaches. Don't write off a channel just because attribution can't see it. Also, add a qualification step before scaling either channel, and that one discipline stops you repeating the volume mistake in a different direction. If that was of value, subscribe to the channel for one real business question answered every video. For the same clarity in writing, the website and newsletter is 5minutebusiness.com.